Welcome back to the channel, chop chop. People, I'm here again. As you can see, I'm wearing the jersey of Manchester United. I'm optimistic today, though that optimism will run a long way because I tell you what, Newcastle are coming at Old Trafford to play Manchester United. Newcastle are 7th in the table. Man, you are still sitting in 14th. And can I tell you, this game will be an opportunity for Ruben Amorim to get back some well-deserved momentum back into the ship, brother. Right now, the thing is not looking so good for Manchester United. I tell you, Newcastle are on 29 points and we're on 22, all the way in 14th. We are not very far from the relegation. And so this is an opportunity, again, for Manchester United to come out and see if we can get 3 more points. I kept saying that we need 3 points. And this game is a game that Ruben Amorim cannot afford to lose. Manchester United should always be looking to get all 3 points every time we put on a jersey to go out and kick some football. But right now, we are in a position where it's not looking so lovely, I tell you. And so this game, I don't want to say it's a must-win game, because every game we should, like I said, be going into it thinking of winning. But right now, Ruben Amorim, we have no choice. We need 3 points. A draw at Old Trafford, yeah, it might salvage something, but the fans are looking for 3 points. And one thing is certain, when Manchester United play at Old Trafford, usually they put up a performance, especially when they're coming up against a competitive team. There's just something about them. What we're asking for this time is that Ruben Amorim, we hit the ground running. All right, for the first 45 minutes, let us put in some high energy, because I can tell you right now, Newcastle will be bringing high energy. That is certain. They have the players for it. Isaac is a player who have scored in his last 5. So we must watch out for Isaac today. But then again, there are so many players that Manchester United will need to be looking out for. Joelinton, Anthony Gordon, Tonali. The list goes on and on. Now, unfortunately for Manchester United, we'll be going into that game with a lot of players being out. And when I say a lot of players, I mean the usual suspects. Luke Shaw, still out injured. Mason Mount, still unavailable. So too Victor Lindelof. But Marcus Rashford, as we all know, is also out and is heavily being linked with a move away from Old Trafford. The players apparently said that, he's unwilling to work with Ruben Amorim and to play to Ruben Amorim standards. And so we can say, it's likely that Marcus Rashford is a goner. Whether or not he featured tonight, I don't know. I'll give you my predicted lineup in a few minutes. But like I said, Rashford is out. Bruno Fernandes, our captain, is out. So we won't have Bruno Fernandes leading the front line for us when we play Newcastle. Instead, I'm thinking that maybe Harry Maguire might receive the captain armband. I'm thinking it could be Harry Maguire. Like I said, I'll give you the predicted lineup. He should be coming in for this match. All right, so Bruno Fernandes is out, and Manuel Ugarte is also out due to yellow cards accumulation. So, with that being said, let us take a look at the form guide. Now, for the last 3 games, Manchester United have not won any of them. And you already know those 3 games that I'm speaking of. That was Tottenham, Bournemouth, and the Wolves match. We've lost all 3 on the spin. 3 in a row for Ruben Amorim, no wins, straight L's. While for Newcastle, they have won 4 in a row. 4 in a row in all Premier League competition. So the form guide is telling us that this is a match that Manchester United, the hopes of winning this game is not there. But I'll say this, for every game is different. Regardless of how terrible our forms have been, every game is an opportunity to get 3 points. But Newcastle are high flyers right now, and we have to respect them. Like I said before, Isaac is the danger man for Newcastle, but do not discount Joelinton, neither Tonali. So they're full of talent, and I remember the days when the Newcastle team, which is this very same team. They have not really added a lot in there, I think, apart from Tonali and Anthony Gordon, who came over from Everton. It was the same team that was underperforming. And then they got Eddie Howe. And Eddie Howe, who have not really won anything apart from back-to-back promotions to the Premier League with Bournemouth, has been a revolution. He's turned out to be a successful coach. And I tell you, time is the master of everything in any endeavor. Just give yourself time and apply yourself, and you'll find out how good you really are. Because Eddie Howe and Newcastle right now, they are looking good. They are looking good. And they're not pressuring themselves. Yes, they have the consortium. They're one of the most richest club in the world. But they're not killing themselves and worrying about signing big talents. They're taking it slow. And they said slow and steady what? Win the race. So right now, we're not even wasting too much time and talking about all this and all that. Let us just get straight into the match prediction right now. I tell you, Ruben Amorim, you didn't get it right the last time. And we're hoping that this time you can get it right, my friend. Because we need them 3 points. And I keep saying it. We need them 3 points. So let's take a look at the form guide right now for Manchester United. I beg your pardon. We look at the form guide already. Let us take a look at the predicted lineup. That's what I wanted to say. I don't know. I haven't had anything to eat yet. So maybe that's why. But me have to eat before the Manchester United match, you know. Because anyhow me don't eat before the Manchester United match and Man U lose the game, I don't think I want no food. So right now, I should eat before that game. So let us take a look at the predicted lineup. All right. So here I have it. In goal, Victor Onana. I mean, he's better than Baina. Let us not concede from a corner kick this time, Onana. Please, I beg you. And to the Manchester United defenders who will be standing in front of you, can you guys please offer him some protection? Should Newcastle, and I would need to say should, because they will, get a corner kick, set pieces and all these things, please to protect Onana a little bit better. Because at the moment, he's struggling. Okay? And we as well are struggling. So let's just put the E back into team and remove the I. All right? So this is the predicted lineup I have. Victor Onana will start in goal. Euro, Maguire, and Lissandro Martinez for the back three. Delete is still out, apparently. Mazzouari, Delot, those two will be playing the wings. And Casemiro, Manu, I'm having to come into the midfield. Like I said, Casemiro should have played the last match. I don't know why he wasn't included, but he should have played, and that's the mistake I believe that Ruben Amorim made. Like I said, if the player is going because of age, or we need to sell the player because the player is aging out, or whatever the reason is, we must play him because we have him, right? And so Casemiro and Manu coming back into the midfield for Ogate, who is, like I said, suspended as a result of yellow cards accumulation. Kobe Manu comes back into the midfield as well. He had a poor game the last couple games, and he was trashed on social media. That was unfortunate for Kobe Manu. He's still a young lad. I believe he's full of potential. And Ruben Amorim just needs to manage the player well. I believe in Ruben Amorim. He's a coach who loves the young players, and he has developed several of them at Sporting. And so it's just time. But Kobe Manu need the right system. He need the right support around him so that he can flourish. You understand what I'm saying? Look at Manchester City and look at Phil Foden. Phil Foden has flourished in the Manchester City team as a result of the cohesiveness and the maturity that has been around him. Manchester City has had or have had players of high standards. And so Manchester City, they were just winning football matches left, right, and center. And so in a team that is always winning, it's easy for you to slot in young players for them to develop, because the pressure is not necessarily on them to perform or even, get us goals to win games and all of these things. All right. So Kobe Manu is right there for you. And the front three, we have Ahmad, Rasmus Højlund, and I think there's an opportunity for Garnacho to come back into the fourth. Again, Marcus Rashford is not in. So what options do we have on the left side? And with this being said, this also further limits Ruben Amorim's option up front and perhaps for the entire park. is is getting worse now. It is getting worse now with players being suspended, ill, and accumulating yellow cards. So this is the predicted lineup I have for you. I believe that's how we'll set up. Again, we already know the formation. It is 3-4-3 that he'll be using. And so we're hoping that we can mitigate the threat of Anthony Gordon, Joelinton, and Isaac. This is a big game for Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire has not had a decent run in the last couple of games, but Harry Maguire is a player who thrives in the back three. And he did an interview the other day, and he was asked about the pressure of playing for Manchester United and when results are not going good and all of these things. And I thought that he was pretty professional in the way he responded to the questions. But it's standard, it's standard. It's standard. He always said that, playing for Manchester United is a privilege. And so whenever you play for Manchester United, it's all about winning football matches. And when you don't win football matches, then, it really put pressure on you as a player playing for the club, and the fans, they always want for you to win games. So, Harry Maguire, this is a big match for you. Lisandro Martinez, you have also not had a good run either. But, it's the entire team, right? It is the entire team, my friend, that is not playing well right now. So, we wish Manchester United all the best going into this game. Again, it is Manchester United versus Newcastle. It is 3 p.m. kickoff, getting a popcorn and everything. Because listen, if the game goes south, we can just tune into Netflix, don't? Yeah. So, so it's a 3 p.m. kickoff. I'm optimistic about this one. Should I give you a match prediction? Yes, I should. I believe that based on what I'm seeing here, okay, Lenny Yoro is coming back into the squad. I don't think Lenny Yoro is quite up to standard in terms of his fitness. So I'm going to give you a prediction. Newcastle will win this game. I didn't want to say that. But Newcastle will win this game. And I'm predicting that the game will end 3-1. So for all those who love, to get your betting on, yeah, man, go and bet. We'll predict the scoreline as well. We not only predict the lineup, we'll predict the scoreline. 3-1 to Newcastle. And remember, if it didn't happen that way, it was just a prediction. All right, my people. So thank you for watching the video. Don't want to say, and you already know I'm out.